Hey guys, and welcome to this short clip about posing. Well, we talked about this before, but I got so many reactions on that video, so I want to do it again in a slightly different setting. Now, as you can see here, we're using our model Lois on our beautiful gray backdrop from Click Backdrops. I really like this one because it just gives you that real fashion look. And it's the color, it's that it just rolls over through the floor, so you can literally place your model on it, shoot full body, shoot 3/4. It's one of my favorite backdrops in the lighter category. And you know, I love my darker backdrops, but this one we use all the time for families, for fashion and whatnot more. It's very, very versatile. Now, as our light source, we're using our lantern. Now, the lantern is a new softbox from Gigoto, and that means that it's easy collapsible, of course, but it also gives you a beautiful quality of light for a very reasonable price. Now, the difference between a lantern and a normal softbox is actually that a normal softbox has the sides covered, and it means that your light is aimed straight at your model. By using, for example, a grid, you can literally steer that light even more towards your model. Now, for a setup like this, we're actually preferring the lantern, because the lantern on the side has translucent material, and it means that the light doesn't only emit from the front towards your model, but also from the sides, creating a sort of omnidirectional light source. It's not really omnidirectional, of course, because it still is aimed at the front and the sides. But in a setup like this, it works like a charm. But of course, it's not about the gear that we use. I know you guys love hearing about it, but it's about something else. Now, when I look for models, I don't just look for a pretty model. I look for somebody that's flexible, somebody that is willing to do different poses in front of our camera. Because let's be honest, a beautiful girl in front of a beautiful backdrop with beautiful lighting, you have a lot of beautiful, but you don't have anything interesting going on. I prefer a simple light setup, or a high contrast light setup, of course, and a model that's really flexible and creative. Now, when you look for a model, I highly recommend not coaching your model the first time. Just tell the model, just do something. And of course, if she's a little bit nervous, you can put her into one pose, and after that you switch over to a very weird way of coaching your model. Now, normally you would be, well, almost forced to go like, okay, go a little bit to the left, go a little bit to the right. Okay, lift up your chin. But in all honesty, it is more confusing because, well, let's be honest, her left is my right, right? So when I tell her to go left, she will actually go right. Now, when I'm smart, I'm going to tell my model that, well, she has to go left, although I wanted to go right, because I know her left is my right, right? Now, this already gives you a lot of confusion, not only for yourself, but also for your model. And you don't want to do that during a photo shoot. What you want to do during a photo shoot is focus on telling the story, creating a kick-ass image. So, my trick is actually pretty simple. You place your model on your backdrop. You tell her to go into one pose. In that pose, I already tell her, like, look at the lighting. Now she already knows that she has to look at the lighting. And after that, I will just tell my model, okay, just move around. And every time when she gets a pose that I really like, I will shoot. And then I will just give some really weird indications about, okay, that one that you did here before, just try that a little bit different. It doesn't really matter what she did before, because she's going to try it a little bit different. But by saying stuff like that, you are in constant communication with your model. Your model constantly has the idea that she's doing fine, and you are getting much more natural poses instead of always the same poses that you do over and over again. During the recent workshop, one of the students asked Lois, what do you like about working with Frank? And she actually said exactly what I'm telling you guys now, the way that Frank coaches. I get so many different poses, and I feel that I'm totally free with my poses. That's the cool thing. The model thinks she's totally free with the poses, but in essence, I'm choosing the images that I'm shooting, and I'm also almost forcing her into poses that I like. But the difference is, I'm not telling her to do my poses. I'm literally just letting the model flow into what's for her natural. And that gives you a lot of different options, a lot of different poses, and every single photo shoot is different. So let's take a look at the photo shoot with Lois and the final results. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, the most important thing in a photo shoot is communication between you and your model and of course the rest of the team. If the model is at ease, your images will be better. If you don't coach your model to death, the poses will be much more natural and your model will feel a lot better. So next time when you're in the studio, put your model into one pose, and after that just let it go and let it flow, and just adjust a little bit every pose. And you will see your images will become a lot better and faster. Okay, thank you so very much for watching, guys. If you like what we do, subscribe to our channel, leave comments below, smash that like and bell notification button so you will get information when we put up a new video. See you again next time. Strike the pose.